Hello, my name is Michael Weisenbach. My session number is 000772-338, and this is my CAS project. No, I actually don't wear glasses, but I thought it was kind of cool to have an intro like that. Um, so anyway, this is my CAS project. I wanted to do video because I felt like all these vlogs of writing make me seem like a person I'm not, because usually when I write to the way they want me to write, which is not me. This is me. And I don't know if this actually gets sent off to another country. If yes, then that's pretty cool. Um, anyway, yeah, so this is my cast. So the first part of it is the increased awareness of own strengths and areas for growth. And for that, I selected my tutoring videos. Now, my dream in life is to become a math teacher, and that's because I fell in love with math in 8th grade, and I fell in love with teaching in 10th grade. And since then, I have done everything possible so that I can become a math teacher one day. So, for example, I have a YouTube channel where I answer anybody's questions that anybody can like write to me about, and I've gotten requests for math videos, and I'll leave the link or the name right here. Hopefully my editing skills are good enough so I can do this. Yeah, I tutor math for that. It gives me not only joy to like help people with their math questions, but also, you know, it gives me experience for later on when I actually am a teacher, because I have a whiteboard, and I will actually show you the whiteboard. It's right over with my guitar. Right now, I cast on there to have to be organized, and I record on that.
Literally, that's the problem. I have like a whole bunch of markers. They're really expensive, by the way. I understand teachers now. And I will actually like right here or something. I will show you some examples. I'll show you some videos of me tutoring. And yeah, it 2 equals -1, so 3 equals 1. Equals 1, and 18x plus 2, right? Now, 25 disappears because it's a constant, right? So you take this. Yeah, it increased my awareness of my own strengths, because people that I've helped have actually told me like I am good at what I do. I have ways of teaching that their respectful math teacher just doesn't. And I don't want to disrespect any math teachers. I have really great appreciation for anybody that is already what I want to become. So, but yeah, they tell me I'm a good teacher, and that made me realize that, you know, because some people, they want to like do something, and then when they actually get like all the school stuff done for it, they realize they're actually not good at it. But I think I can actually make it as a teacher, and that makes me happy. So when I taught on my whiteboard, or I still do, but when people told me that they understood math because of me, it made me realize that, Michael, you can be a teacher. You are good at what you do. And I've heard this from other teachers where I taught, because for example, one of my math teachers, she was actually out of the building one day, and she told me, Michael, will you teach implicit differentiation? And she wrote that in her letter of recommendation. I actually taught. It was IB SL math, and I'm in higher level math, so I'm kind of her teacher's assistant, you know, because I've already taken the course of calculus, but I wanted to review, so I'm in that class as well.
and I actually taught. I prepared the learning material and I taught the class. There was no teacher. There was a substitute who had no idea about math, just sitting in the corner watching. And that day I felt really proud of myself because that was the first day that I actually was in front of a classroom by myself teaching 30 students, you know? And I will always remember that day. I actually taught calculus to students my own age. That is crazy. But yeah, that is the first check with mark. Now the second step, undertake new challenges. I play guitar, and right here I should put a picture of, or a video of me playing guitar.
I smiled. Not a picture. Okay, Michael helping me do something for Nicholas. Singing for you. Singing for you. Yeah, right? I like that too. Love, it's a special day. We should celebrate and appreciate that you and me found something pretty. And I know some say this day is arbitrary. But it's a good excuse to put our love to you, baby. I know what to do, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I played guitar for a long time. I had official like lessons for not that long. Turns out I'm not really great at doing like actual like music. When it comes to guitar, I just play. You know, I write my songs. I have enough like capabilities, and you know, I'm good enough at it to just jam with people. You know, but if it comes to like actually like, hey Michael, here's a piece of music, play it. I couldn't do that. I can when people like play something, if it's a popular song, I can figure it out on my own. Like I got good hearing, I suppose. But yeah, so that's that. But half a year ago, um, this is, by the way, I have to put this in context. Yellowcard, one of my favorite punk rock bands, released their new album, When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes. And Yellowcard's like why they're so cool is because they have a violinist in their band. Not many punk rock bands don't have that, of course. They have only bass, drums, and guitar. But they have a violin, and there's one song that I really like. It's called "Hang You Up," and I gonna put a sample of it, I think, in here. And it made me really want to play violin. So I borrowed a violin, and I undertook the challenge of learning that song on the violin, even though I had never played violin before. I only recorded myself once, then school got really hard and I never, I practiced from time to time, but I never recorded myself in it. Now, right now it's actually kind of late, so I'm not gonna pull out the violin. So I'm gonna put a video of me playing violin, and I practiced for 2 hours, and that's the first time, right here.
Florida. Okay.
So for the next category, planned and initiated activities. This is actually kind of fun. So believe it or not, IB higher level math is pretty hard. Um, so what happened was, this year, it was pretty early on in the year, we had, you know, tests in math for the unit, and I decided, hey guys, how about we all grab a bunch of boxes of pizza, soda, and we all come to my house, because, you know, I have a whiteboard, and we all study math together. And people were like, yeah, let's do it. So I did a bunch of invites, and it went successful. I did this about I think it was 5 times. And yeah, people came over. It was sometimes we're more successful than others because we get distracted, especially at units where we all did not know what we were doing. But yeah, it was really cool because it was the entire class, not everybody, but it was a large percentage of our math class sitting in my room, you know, eating some food, and we were all helping each other, you know, understand the topic. Like, if a person understood something that another person didn't, he did it on the whiteboard, and then we all, like, watched, you know. It was really cool. What I learned from that is that, you know, if you don't understand something, you can always get friends, and you can do it with them, you know. We had a lot of fun doing it because I'll show some pictures. We had some inside jokes. For example, the one that I'll show for sure is for proofs, like when you prove a mathematical concept or something. The book drew like a line or something, and our teacher drew like a happy face, and we came up with owls. I don't know how it happened anymore, but we drew an owl, and it was just there, and it said hoot, and that was our proof symbol. Every time we proved something, there was an owl on the test. Even like the teacher actually said, why are you guys drawing owls? You know, it was funny, but so yeah, we call ourselves the Math Team Owls, and yeah, so if you don't understand something, you know, grab a friend or two, or you know, in my case, 15, and you know, help each other out. You know, we're in this together. We are, you know, IB candidates in higher level math. We can help each other out. We're all in the same boat, you know. It was really fun, and I had a great time, and it was really productive because I definitely did better on my test because I understood things that were explained by my classmates and not by my teacher. So that was really cool. So for my work collaboratively with others section, I'm going to use cross country. Now, I did cross country for 3 of my 4 high school years, and to be honest, before I started cross country, I didn't really know I was a good runner. Like, I was varsity all 3 years that I was in it, but before that, I never ran in my life. I mean, I ran of course, but never actually competitively ran before. So that was something I discovered I could do, but it was the great part. That's why I didn't use it for the first category. I'm using it here. It was the team aspect of cross country was enormous. It was yeah, it was when you have the varsity 7 squad, like this top 7 people make varsity, right? It was we knew how fast each of our teammates ran, and if he didn't have a good day, or like if one of your teammates didn't have a good day and didn't place in the place he had to be, then you had to be faster than that person, or than you usually are, because you had to make up for the places that your other friend is not getting, you know? So there was such a bonding energy between us in cross country, and it was enormous. Like I remember last year in junior year we made regionals, and that race was intense. And we got there because the week before in district we ran as a team. It was undescribable how well we performed. And the thing is that actually when our coach told us afterwards, um, the thing what made me really proud is he said that I ran faster by a whole minute, and I actually passed some of my teammates that are usually faster than me, and that made us go to regionals because some of my faster teammates were actually not as fast as they usually are. So because I placed better than they usually place, we made regionals, and that was really cool. But it is the team aspect. We worked together. We were like a unit. You know, we were serving our school together. You know, and it was amazing. It was the best like sports season like I've ever been in, and I'm definitely gonna miss it. It was pretty cool. Now, for the showing perseverance and commitment in your activities part, I am going to choose something very odd. Now, if you look at my hair, I don't really have a good haircut right now. I just have it like growing out. And the reason for that is I am trying to get a nice length so that I can cut it down to an appropriate haircut. And here's why. It is right now March, and back in uh, October, I think October or November, I don't remember clearly, we had the district competition for cross country. And cross country, it was our senior year, our last season ever, and I'm not running college cross country, I know that right now. So what I did is I shaved a mohawk in my head and I bleached my hair. Yeah, I'll show you a picture, it looks really weird. Anyway, after I did that because I love cross country. I love cross country. It was just the best thing ever, honestly. Like I loved not only serving my school, showing them that we are a team and we go there to win, but I found like all my friends in cross country. Cross country, like we always had fun, you know. It was a time to just break off of school, break off of all the work, and just relax with your friends and have a good workout and compete. So I owed it to my coach, I owed it to cross country, and I owed it to my team. And I shaved my head, and I had a mohawk, and it was blonde. I had never bleached my hair, and I had never shaved my head. And I'll show the pictures. So it actually got so far that some of my other teammates actually half shaved. None of them did what I did, but they half shaved their head also to a mohawk, but they never bleached their hair or anything. So we had like a mohawk squad going on, which was really cool. Anyway, so yeah, once I had to shave all of it off, I had like a bald cut. It was weird. Anyway, so since then it's been growing, so I needed to like grow into normal length so I can cut my hair normally. So that's the story on that. But what I learned from that experience is it was it was just I show like you can show other people that you care about something by doing something extraordinary, like shaving your head, and that's what I did. poem I engaged with issues of global importance, learning outcome. There was my mom works for American Cancer Society, and one day she said, "Michael, will you volunteer for here? Actually, I'll show you the shirt. Making strides for breast cancer." Actually, let me put it on. It's a pretty nice shirt. I should wear it actually. I think, I don't know, that's fine for today. So, what it was is, each year, American Cancer Society has a couple of like runs. This was like a 5K where they raise money for research for breast cancer. And I volunteered, and I mean, what I did was not the most important job. I was there to count money because they said I was good at math, so therefore I'm going to count money, which makes no sense. Anyway, I counted money, and before and after that, I also helped organize stuff. I was in charge of. Oh, by the way, we're at volunteer. Anyway, so I helped set up stuff, tents. It was a really really ugly day. It was raining and it was disgusting outside. We had a nice turnout nonetheless, which I'm really proud of. And um, I have evidence in form of a letter of recommendation. One of the CEOs of like the American Cancer Society
wrote me a letter of recommendation for like scholarships and stuff. And this is signed. If you want to look at the name and contact them to have proof, here they are. Anyway, yeah, it basically says how that day I helped out, and it was really cool. I met people that worked for American Cancer Society, and I met a lot of volunteers, and we just had a great time. I mean, it was mostly counting money, but it was great when we saw like the goal being reached. It was a good experience, and I'm happy I volunteered that day, even though I had to get up like really early. I because it is it's breast cancer, and a lot of people die from breast cancer, especially women. So it's really important that cure is someday found, and we raised $30,000 that day, I think it was. So that doubled the goal that American Cancer Society had, and I met a lot of survivors of breast cancer, and also a lot of people that lost somebody to breast cancer that were running for that cause. If I wouldn't have volunteered, I would have definitely run, because back then I was still in shape. But yeah, it was a touching experience. I'm happy I volunteered that day. Now for the category where I considered the ethical implication of my actions. I thought about Ingenium. Ingenium is our recycle club at school, and I've been a member of that for 2 years. And every week we recycle, the teachers' recycling bins. We take the trash out into the dumpster so that the trash, company can pick it up and can go to the recycling bin. And I was thinking, is it ethical because we are getting community service for what we do, and are we recycling for nature, or are we recycling because it's easy community service? And that's what I was thinking about. And the way we recycle at school is not the most efficient way to recycle, because we do not separate cans, bottles, and paper. We just throw those all. I mean, we do separate the cans, but still, some cans are always in the recycling dumpster finally. So all those go together to a recycling, farm. But while it is easy for people there to recycle, it's not the most efficient way. For example, in Europe, they have, you know, six recycling bins in every classroom, one for paper, plastic, metal, compost, um, rest, like whatever is left, and there's one more, I think, metal. And so that way, you know, recycling is separated beforehand. And it's just, you know, doing uh, doing Ingenium, we gather community service hours that we can, you know, put down on college applications and this, I guess. And it just looks good, you know, but are we really helping the environment by doing that? That's what I was thinking about, and that's honestly a knowledge issue. Fear of knowledge. But I mean, in the end, I guess I did recycle at first because I wanted to help the environment, but then what kept me doing it, because there's a lot of people doing Ingenium and I'm not, you know, essential to it keeping on going. So I was thinking it's probably because the hours. It's awkward that sounds, but Ingenium is fun and I've met a lot of friends. So there's like more outcomes to Ingenium than just the community service. Like I bonded with my friends, you know. We did good things after all, you know, even if we didn't do it for the cause, we did, you know, help the environment. Finally developing new skills. This is gonna be funny. But I developed the skill of selling product. Yeah. What happened is that last year I worked at Chili's. Chili's is a restaurant. It's like Tex-Mex. If this isn't America and you don't know what Chili's is. Um, well, we had in the month of September. It is St. Jude's month. St. Jude's is a children's research hospital that helps, you know, children with cancer, and it has, you know, it, besides being a hospital for children with cancer, it also, you know, it has a separate brand, or it's not the same company, but it's a separate building where they try to come up with, you know, cures to childhood cancer. And so Chili's is a proud partner of that, and every September um, we have money raising month where we try to raise as much money as possible. And so there's a contest usually, and all the servers don't really care about it, which is really sad. And I back then was a host, and I didn't have much to do at work, so I took it upon myself to collect money for the servers. So since I didn't have my own tables, I was feeding people. I went to every server's table always and tried to get them to donate, and I got surprisingly good at it. I started off making, you know, raising $50, you know, per shift, but it increased fast to about $100 or $300. And one day, I came into work at a double shift. I would work all day Saturday, which would be like about 8 hours. So I asked my manager. I was like, "Hey, what's my goal?" And he said, if you raise $500 this today, I'll be really proud of you." And I took it as a challenge, and I actually raised $500 that day for childhood cancer, St. Jude's. And ever since then, I mean, yes, back then this helped, you know, this was for St. Jude's, but I realized I can sell products. This was for a good cause, so therefore it's easier to sell. It's like the Kony 2012 thing. There's a major scam going on. You know, they're selling their little health kits, and they're saying it's for, you know, taking down Joseph Kony, and so it sells a lot. But I'm a server now. Like since I'm 18, I became a server, and so I am good at selling alcohol. I have never had the alcohol we sell, like the margaritas, but I have the leading, you know, score in sales, which is, you know, I'm good at selling it, even though I've never had it. So, yeah, it's a skill I developed from
community service, I suppose. Now, it is debatable if it is community service because I did get paid hosting wage to raise money, but I was Hope Captain, which is a title that Chili's hands out every year to their best St. Jude's, money raiser, and I won that. And I came in, during days I was not scheduled to hang up peppers. Peppers are, little pictures that children at the table draw for a small donation, and we hang those up in the restaurant. So I hang those up without being actually scheduled because I did care about the cause. So even if I did get paid, I would have done it without getting paid. So I did that, and this is honestly, I'm honest about this. Like I think, so like the intentions were, true, even if I got paid, so I would count it as community service. I mean, I didn't get any hours, of course, because it was my job, but who cares about hours? So yeah, that's that.